Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Burn Pilates. As you can see, it is dark outside. Sometimes after a long day, I love nothing more than to finish my day with some intentional movement, something that makes me feel calm, something that focuses my mind in an intentional and quieting way. The fitness circle, of course, is a prop that if you don't have at home, you can either use a Pilates air-filled ball. You can also do all the exercise without any equipment at all and just get the benefits of moving your muscles. We're going to set up lying down on the mat. Making your way down, have your circle right between your hands. And just feel where you're not gripping the circle through the foam. You're just allowing for your arms to come to a nice placement and posture, shoulders down into the mat. I want you to take a deep breath in. Notice if you're hunching, if you're pulling in, if you're drawing back, if you're arching, if you're scooping, and just let go of any singular bit of resistance. We build up resistance in the body, so this is that time to center, come to a place of release, and just come to a place where you're not forcing anything. Take a deep breath in and slowly start to reach your arms slightly back, going no further than when you can feel that your arms are able to remain long and stretched. And exhale, take your arms up. I want you to focus on your breath here. Your inhale opens up your lungs, expands your rib cage, and your exhale contracts your abdomen. Take two more, deep breath in. You're not squeezing into the circle. You're simply using it as a guide to keep the arms equal. And exhale. Taking your right leg all the way through the foam of the circle, holding on with two hands. Bring your leg up towards the ceiling, shoulders drop down. If you feel some tightness in the hamstring, this is very possible at the end of the day. The legs get tight. Give yourself any amount of bend in the knee if you need. Otherwise, just maintaining a nice little hold. Take an inhale, release. And as you exhale, go back into tension. Feel where the muscles are stretching. Deep breath in. And exhale. One more breath. Slowly slipping your foot out of the circle, switching legs, left foot all the way up and in. Going into the stretch and feeling a difference. Ooh, this is my tight side today. What I like about the circle is it doesn't cause you to create tension by holding onto the leg. You're just relaxing through your arms, guiding yourself in this stretch here. This could be done using a towel. This could be done using a yoga strap. You can always hold from behind your calf or your hamstring. Relaxing through the tailbone. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Slowly bringing your left foot all the way out of the circle. You're going to bring the circle foam right back between the hands, shoulders drawing down. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, imprint your lower back. Feel your belly connect. Feel the stomach muscles right away contract, taking your legs up to tabletop. Knees stacked over top of hips, shins over floor, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, stretch your legs to the ceiling. Reach your circle towards your knees, touch. Deep breath in as you bend to tabletop. The circle stops where your eyes and head are right between the center. Exhale. Keeping the toes pointed as we bend to tabletop. Flexing your feet as you go up to the ceiling, increasing the sensation of stretch to the back of the legs. And exhale. Make this soft. Feel your body move through these active stretches where the feet are flexing, where the calves are elongating, where you're feeling that increase in resistance to the back of the hamstrings wherever you're tight. You're going to take your legs all the way up, nod your chin towards your sternum, and reach the circle with the foam right between your ankles. Taking your head, chest, neck, arms all the way down. Shoulders on the floor, collarbones wide. If ever you want to have your hands underneath your tailbone, or even in cactus, or arms to the side, feel free to choose whatever feels the best. You're going to flex your feet if they aren't already, and from here, go through a point, stretching and flexing, going through that dorsi and plantar flexion. We deep breath in and exhale. Feeling where the circle is remaining taut between the legs. You're keeping your head planted, looking up to the ceiling. Try not to look elsewhere. I know that it's tempting when you're working out from home. You want to look at the screen and the neck starts to strain. But these movements are simple. You can just follow my voice, follow the cues. Shoulders staying down. Feeling your ribcage connect in that closed posture. We're going to go for one more flex and one more point. Deep breath in. And exhale, reaching the toes all up to the ceiling. From here, squeeze your circle 8 times, holding that squeeze in as you exhale. Deep breath in, release. Try to hold the squeeze longer than the release, but when you release, do so with intention. Don't let the circle bounce your legs out. Go for one more set of 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Squeezing right between the legs. Take a bend to the knees. Keeping your legs stacked in tabletop, making sure the knees haven't closed. They're keeping that space that your ankles have around the circle. Slowly moving your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Take your left arm up to join. Shoulders drop. From here, you're going to bend your elbows, touch the floor, feel the floor. Use the floor as a guide. When you stretch your arms up, you're keeping your shoulders plugged down. Taking that bend, taking that reach. Breathing in as you stretch and exhaling as you pull the elbows down. Chest expanding, working through that length of your clavicles. Go for another set of 4. For 3. Keeping the circle lightly taut, you're maintaining tension. You're keeping that relationship with resistance. Taking your arms, reaching all the way up. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, nod your chin towards your sternum, eyes towards the circle, following the hands, reaching all the way up. Modification, feet could be on the floor. Otherwise, progression, we stay up in tabletop. Take a deep breath in, reaching your arms all the way next to your ears, contracting through your stomach wall. Exhale, stretch the arms next to your hips. Just float. You're looking directly through the center of your circle, making sure that your legs haven't started to turn in or turn out. They're staying in parallel. We're going to go for last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Reaching your arms forward. Tap the floor. Press the floor. Lift the arms. Tap the floor. Press the floor. Lift the arms. The more you push down, the harder the resistance is, the more you will work through your stomach muscles, right through the abdomen, breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you press. Last set of 2. Last 1. Keeping the legs in tabletop. For the advanced variation, take your arms, bring your head, neck, chest, shoulders down, reach back. Continue to reach to feel the arms go on a diagonal. From here, take your palms, open to the side. Once they pass your shoulder alignment, nod up, stretch your legs forward, squeeze a circle. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, palms up. Tabletop, head relaxes, open the arms. Move slow, move with intention. Exhale, lift, stretch. Palms in. 3, 2, 1. 3 more times. Head relaxes, always trying to find that center, nodding your chin up, reaching your legs out. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, 1. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, legs lift, shoulders relax, spine stays flat. Flexing and pointing just like you did before. Deep breath in and exhale. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Soften the knees, taking your feet all the way to the floor. Nod on up, take your circle out from behind the legs, place it to the side of the floor, and just let your shoulders relax. Give yourself from here a butterfly, feet together, legs open. Nice little moment to either move through that release. You can shift your weight, you can simply hold, do whatever feels good and what comes natural to the body. Slowly closing your legs all the way in. Give yourself either a roll to the side or knees tuck into the chest, hands grip around the shins, and we roll up in center. You're going to take from here a moment to sit your hips back, flex your feet, and bring your hands right next to your hips. Sit tall. You can either have your hands fisted into the floor if you need a little bit more support to the wrists. You want to make sure you're not rounding through your back. So if you need to sit also on a cushion or even roll the mat up a couple times, go for it so you have that little prop up. Fingers are forward, they're not back. You're keeping your shoulders drawn down. You're pushing into the floor through your sit bones, lengthening through the legs. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, drop your chin, point your toes, nod your chin to your sternum, round your shoulders, your back, everything forward. Dive your head towards your knees. Adjust through the arms, take them back. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Feel the stretch in your back. Feel the stretch in your neck. Take a deep breath in. Smoothly unraveling, coming all the way back up, sitting tall, bringing your hands right next to your hips again, flexing or stacking those fists. You're going to flex your feet, take a deep breath in, stretch your legs all the way out, use your left leg in the floor, use your hands on the floor, and exhale, lift the right leg up. It's small, it's tiny. Inhale, switch. Exhale as you lift. You're trying not to round the back. You're keeping your spine as long as possible, using the floor as a means to support and offer feedback for your body. One more time each leg, plain and simple. Lift and lower down. Take your legs, swing them all the way around towards your back. Take your circle, move it out the way so you have space. Bring your hands to the floor, stacking right away your elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms flattening. You're going to take your right leg all the way out, bring it to a full stretch. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Left leg joins, stacking right away into a plank. Holding your posture, you're pulling your chest through the arms. You're pushing your forearms down as much as you can. You're working through the legs, staying long by activating through hamstrings, toes, lower abs turning on. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Keep working through the arms, shoulders not rounding, but pulling down away from the ears, pulling your chest through, pulling your legs back, working equal and opposite positioning. Taking 1 more breath as you stay long. On your exhale, hold the plank if you can, taking your shift of the left heel down, right hand makes its way to the mat. Right leg stacks over top of your left foot. Modification, bend your left knee. You're going to reach your right hand all the way to the ceiling from whatever position you have. Send that energy long. Feel the extension, fingertips up. Working through that length of the hand. Increase the reach. Take a deep breath in to stay. And exhale. Feels good to close the eyes. Tap into the intention of holding this posture. We're stretching the body after a long day of potentially sitting down a lot. I know that a lot of us sit too much. This is that chance to find complete length and contract into that length. Stretch and reach into that length. Smoothly taking your right forearm all the way down. Transfer the weight through center first. If you need a break, you take a break. If you're advanced, you stay up. Breathe in through the nose and slowly shifting the weight into that right forearm, into the right heel. Sending your left arm and fingertips all the way up. Holding your plank. Modifying if you need with your knee on the floor. Otherwise, continuously feeling that reach up. Extending in length. And exhale. Softly on your next breath in. Turning the forearm down. Feeling that stretch to the body. Keeping your plank if you can. Taking breaks if you need. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. Last one. Smoothly bring your hips up. Take your knees down one at a time. Stack your knees under your hips. Take your hands. Bring them all the way under your shoulders. Give yourself right here a little bit more opening to the knees if they became narrow. You're going to take a deep breath in, lifting through the chest. Eyes looking up. Shoulders away from ears, and exhale. Round. Deep breath in. And exhale. Stretch through your stomach wall as you take that lift of the chest. The stomach goes down, you stretch and you pull the chest through the arms. And exhale. You're going to flex your toes, find a neutral spine, making sure those elbows are lightly softened. Lift your knees up, take a deep breath in, and exhale right away, press back into a downward dog. Give yourself a light pedal here. Without shifting the hips, without bouncing the heels, you want the walkout to feel like you're pushing the heel down, giving it a chance to find that floor. Switching, opposite heel. And exhale, switch. Again. Lowering both heels as much as you can down, evenly and equally, feeling your hips and sit bones lift. Back to the calves and hamstrings stretching. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, unravel as you lift your heels up. You're going to come all the way through each vertebra at a time. Step your right foot. Bring it all the way to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Relax your left foot. Send the weight into your left hand. Reach your right arm all the way to the ceiling. Find that stretch, opening up the chest. Taking your right hand all the way back down. right into that floor. Flex your left toes, take a deep breath in, and exhale, lifting the knee up, pushing your hips up, sending the right leg and energy back to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, heels lift first. Start to unravel, shoulders drawing forward, sending the energy through the fingertips as the left leg comes forward. The foot goes to the outside of the hand. You relax your right knee. You use your right hand into the ground. You press on up. You stretch and open. Deep breath in. Stack the toes. Feel your arms work with you. Press on up. Hips lift. Left leg moves back. Stretching. One more time each side. Deep breath in. Knee relaxing. Toes finding that ground. Opening up. Flex the toes, find the ground. Feel that your legs are helping you lift the hips. The abs work with the arms to send the energy back. Last time, lifting the heels up, snaking your spine, rolling through each vertebra at a time as much as you can. It's not necessarily going to feel smooth, but that's the work. We get into it as we go through these movements. Always trying to get a little bit extra. Maybe that extra doesn't mean depth or height or length. It just means getting extra in intention from the movement. Flexing your toes, take a deep breath in and exhale, lift. Heels to floor, holding for one more breath. Bring your heels up, unravel as you bend your knees, come all the way down. You're going to sit your hips back. You're going to grab your circle. And from here, we're going to bring the circle all the way onto the outsides of the legs. You're going to bring it all the way up, a little higher than your kneecaps. Your feet are separated a nice distance through that hip width to feel that there is a bit of a push to the circle. You'll know your feet aren't in the right positioning if your ankles are rolling in. See, my circle just fell. Or if your toes are trying to turn open. You're trying to keep everything in one alignment. Bring your hips to the center of the mat. Take your hands from behind your hamstrings and roll all the way down, finding the floor, making sure that circle is even and equal. Nice little bit of pressure is already on here. Setting up the arms for success, shoulders down, clavicles nice and long, feeling that width across the collarbones all the way from side to side. If you need to have your arms wider in cactus, you know all the options, so please choose what is best for you. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're using your feet, pushing them as hard as you can into the floor, pressing that tension into the circle, and lifting your hips up no higher than where you can keep that pressure. Maintain the shoulders down. Keep the head totally heavy. From here, take a deep breath in. Lower down, anticipate that floor, feel the sacrum touch. And exhale, lift. Thinking of this movement coming not only from the posterior chain, that back body, but also from your abs. How do the abs and the glutes work to lift the hips? How do the arms help? This is slow and controlled. You're not going faster than this. You're using the pressure of that circle, if anything, to maintain the tension through the lowers and lifts. We're not letting go. Make sure the heels aren't pushing down on their own. You're flattening through your toes. And that doesn't mean flattening through your feet, but you're trying to get your toes active in that ground. You've got 5 on each foot, and we want to activate those little pads into the ground. Slowly lower and press lift. Create the memory in the body of moving with this controlled motion. A lot of times when I teach slow, I see people get annoyed. I see that they don't want to focus and they're like, ugh, why are we moving like this? What are we doing? We are training your brain to calm down. That's first off. Secondly, you are training those slow twitch fiber muscles to also turn on. We want to get the body practiced in control and focus. Less is way more. Ideally, when you have your muscle fully contracted, you don't have to do more reps. You are simply fatiguing the muscle from the point where it has to execute full form in the exercise. It's not about doing 1,000,000. It's about doing 10 beautifully. Deep breath in, one last rep, lifting up, feeling at the top that you're pressing and flaring that circle out. Give me a last 10, pushing against the circle. 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, last set of 2, last one. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release. One vertebrae at a time, coming down through your neutral, releasing all the way into center with the knees. Let that circle drop. You're going to nod your chin up simply to take your circle all the way out of your legs. Bring the circle to the floor. And from here, bring your left foot across your right thigh. Take your right leg up. And just give yourself a thread the needle. Making sure that that left foot is flexed and that the kneecap from the right leg is pulling inwards. So you're not trying to let the hips go to a placement where they're out or they're close in. You're trying to even out across your midline, across your plumb line. If you need your foot on the floor, that's a great way to go if you're a little bit extra tight in the hip today. This glute needs some stretch action, especially if you sit for long periods of time, or if you are a very athletic person, or even if you are just simply, working out a couple times a week in Pilates, or if you're a runner, if you're a walker, really anything in life, we got to stretch and open the hips. So often when I train people and I watch them move, I realize that the number one thing that they're not doing is stretching. And stretching is the number one thing that if you don't do, you'll never see and feel the results that you're working for entirely. You might see changes for sure, but if you do not stretch at a certain point, you'll stop changing. And more importantly, you won't feel a difference. We want to feel a difference. Take your right foot all the way down, softly, smoothly. Let your left leg lower. Station yourself on the ground so you have the feedback first to support the stretch on the second side. You might feel different. You might feel that this is enough. Boom, I feel the stretch. Don't need to take it further. For those of you that want to, you're taking a thread the needle. Hands go behind that left hamstring. You're flexing your right foot. You're making sure not to pull your neck off the ground. Your shoulders are dropping. You're still expanding to the chest, working to the posture. Right foot flexing, knee opening. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, stay. Go for one more hold. And exhale, release the hands if they were there. Take your left leg down. Bring your right foot to the floor. Open your palms. Give yourself a nice little moment here to stretch the legs all the way out. If it feels nice to close the eyes, close the eyes. If it feels nice to stay here, stay here. If you want to do something else in your stretch, do it. I invite you. Finishing absolutely any way you want today. I want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for joining me here on Burn Pilates, for taking the time to bring some calm to the close of your day. Even if you're doing this at 1 p.m. or 6 a.m. or whenever you're doing this class, just bringing some calm into the body. lowering the cortisol, lowering the stress, moving with intention, telling the body what you want to accomplish with grace. Take one more inhale. And thank you again, everyone, for joining me. I'm going to say thank you and close with this exhale. I look forward to seeing you at the next Burn Pilates class.